Oops, I guess I gotta bring this down to my actual mouth. Hello, everybody. Um, I did just. Whoops, that seems a little off, doesn't it? There, that's better. That's more centered, and the lighting seems to be a little bit better over here anyway. Um, if it's not, let me know. But I'm not sure when you guys are going to see this video because this will probably be coming out in June, possibly, depending on how many videos I have in my collection to put out before I start doing intros and things. I'm going to say that a lot in these first couple videos. But anyhow, today we will be reviewing the Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League movie. Finally, it's here. It seems like it was forever ago that it was mentioned, and people were asking for it, and finally, after, the first Justice League came out in 2017, so after 4 years of finally teasing this. Now, I know he was going through some stuff, so obviously he couldn't finish the film the way he wanted to the first time, and Joss Whedon took over. I would say this cut was better and definitely explained a lot more, which was similar to the extended version of the Batman vs. Superman movie, if anybody ever took the time to watch that. So yeah, this was by far better than the Whedon cut, I do believe. It definitely took a more serious direction, I will say that for sure, which I like because they are trying to go darker with the whole DC universe. And I don't remember if Darkseid was ever shown in the Joss Whedon cut. I'll have to go back and watch that and maybe do like a little comparison video between the two, just kind of watch them back to back and see what the differences were. And because I believe at the end, if I remember correctly, there was a scene between the Flash and Superman where they would just race, because the Joss Whedon cut was more filled with, it was more of a humorous take on the whole villain thing, or the whole hero thing, and saving the world, kind of similar to what I felt like it was kind of trying to take more of a Marvel approach as opposed to a DC approach, which it's all right, but you shouldn't be copying the other, right? You should be able to go out on your own and go in your own direction, and that should work. And this definitely worked better than the Whedon cut, I would say. So, with that said, I am happy that I guess it's finally been announced on IMDb, if you've ever gone on there. It's kind of like my number one source to find movies and things. So yeah, it has been announced, I guess, that there will be a second Justice League movie. At least I don't remember there ever being anything about it on there. And Zack Snyder is a writer on it. I don't know whether he'll be directing or not. Fingers crossed that he is, because the direction this movie is taking, it makes sense now. And I hope that Ben Affleck does return to do the role of Batman. And I hope they kind of just keep the Robert Pattinson Batman separate and just let him do like his own series of films, because I kind of want to see where that goes. And of course I had to wear the Batman Canada logo shirt. It's kind of starting to come apart maybe a little bit, or maybe that's the way it's designed. I can't remember, but anyhow, I couldn't find my other shirt with Batman and Superman on it, so I wore this one instead because it's still fitting for this video. And I can't find the one that I got in the States when I went a few years ago. It had the Batman mask on it, and it was like the American flag. It was kind of a cool one too. Might have to see if I can buy that online somewhere, because I'm pretty sure it's still available through Walmart, so might have to order me a new one of those. And yeah, so I have it for videos like this. So anyhow, now I can't really remember exactly what scenes would have been added, but obviously there were characters in this. Definitely the Nightmare scene wasn't shown. The Nightmare Batman returns, and there's a scene with him teamed up with, God, what was her? Is it Amira? Amora? Why did her name just slip? Anyway, I believe isn't it Amora? Let me just double check this. Sorry, guys. Or is it Aurora? It's the only name I can't remember. Because obviously we have Bruce Wayne, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Barry Allen, Aquaman. I don't really know if he goes by another name. Kal-El, which is Superman. Let me just check here. Justice League. Of course, now it doesn't want to load, hey? Lois Lane, obviously. Oh yeah, and Cyborg. Can't forget Cyborg. Now what the heck? Oh, Mara. I don't know why I was thinking Aurora or Amora. What is that from? Jeez. Okay, I was a little off there. And the main villain in this one is Steppenwolf still, but I did watch a comparison video on YouTube and his design changed. And obviously Martian Manhunter was another one that was added into this film. The scene with Jared Leto and playing the Joker in the nightmare scene was added, and it looks like he's teamed up with Mara. It seems that Aquaman has since died, and I guess there's some sort of multiverse thing going on, so that might, hopefully that's added in the second movie, because I'd like to see where they go with that. And yeah, Darkseid has obviously made it onto Earth in at least this one that they're in. I don't know if he's made it on in other variations of their multiverse or not. Obviously he has, because Joker goes on this big long spiel about people dying in Bruce Wayne's arms and things like that. So yeah, clearly. And I guess there was a scene, a streamer that I watch frequently now, kind of getting back into him again. So I guess the bank scene was added too with Wonder Woman. I thought I remember that being in the Whedon cut as well, but maybe I could be wrong about that. Maybe that was taken out just to make the movie, because this movie was 4 hours long, so this had like everything in it. And I'm glad that we got to see some of the characters that were obviously added in. And I don't think, yeah, if I'm remembering correctly, I don't think Darkseid was ever shown in the first, in the Whedon cut. I believe that portal opening and Steppenwolf's head getting chopped off was all added in, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, I will go back and watch the Justice League movie that I have on Blu-ray, and I'll start getting into the hero side of things, and Kong vs. Godzilla's coming out. We got Mortal Kombat probably coming as well in June. That's what I'm hoping anyway. And The Big Bang Theory. And I will do my books, because I gotta get reading. So I want to get back into reading again, yeah. So a few books will be coming. I promise I will do... I won't go by a list anymore, because that just seems too complicated, because it's just kind of like whatever I'm in the mood for. But I am in the mood to watch The Big Bang Theory, and I'm also watching Archer at this point in time, so that will be coming in June. At least when I'm recording this video, I'm watching Archer, right? So, anyhow, I'm kind of getting off topic again. But yeah, I would say this was a little bit slower to start, and obviously the action does happen more to the end, and the CGI effects I think were quite a bit better in this one than the Whedon cut, and the design of the characters was better. And another interesting point to make was that obviously Superman gets his black suit, which was teased for about the same amount of time as this film was teased. I believe there was a scene with him, the scene where he gets out of the ship with the black suit on and he's floating in the air, and yeah. And I guess Russell Crowe made a small appearance because he was one of the voices in the ship, along with, oh, why can't I think of his name? Russell Crowe and who played God, I hate that when you have something right on the tip of your tongue and you can't think of it. Right, Man of Steel. Trying to remember who played Kevin Costner. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. I had it in my head too. Oh yeah, Kevin Costner and Russell Crowe were the voices on the ship. Obviously, this movie had a very star-studded cast. I didn't see Margot Robbie, but I believe she was in the opening credits. So that was kind of odd. But we have Amy Adams, Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, Amber Heard, Jared Leto. Who else? Obviously Russell Crowe and Kevin Costner. And didn't Kevin Costner play Batman, if I'm not mistaken, in one of the older films? So it's kind of funny to see him. And the guy who plays, is it? Oh, I can't think of his name either. But the person who plays, is it Jonah Jameson? I believe, from the Spider-Man series. Now I'm kind of ticking myself off if I get that one wrong, because I should know that one for sure. But he plays Commissioner Gordon in this one, which I thought was kind of funny, because it's like everybody's just going from like one universe to the other, like they're just Marvel, and then you kind of just make the switch to DC. It's kind of funny, kind of like what Tom Hardy did, where he was Bane, and then he kind of had like that middle ground where he was Mad Max, and now he's Venom. It just seems like everybody's just going back and forth, and but it works. So hey, all the more power to them. And I guess that's really about it. Oh, one thing I will say, I know I've kind of gone off topic a couple times, but I don't really want to give too much away about this film, because you definitely should go view it. It is on Crave, so you have to subscribe to Crave and obviously pay for it, and then subscribe to the HBO and pay for it. But hey, it is worth the watch, and obviously a lot of content's going to be coming to that over the course of this year. So I would say it's probably worth the money. I have subscribed to every subscription service I think I can subscribe to now, and obviously some of them I'll just finish collecting on DVD before I do like a whole series review of those. But yeah, just because I like to have physical copies of some of them, and obviously I can't afford everything. So, but yeah, anyhow, where was I going with that? Oh yes, the way that it was formatted was different, but I did enjoy it, because I felt like it kind of brought you in, made you have more of a personal connection with all the characters, because it wasn't a 4.3 resolution, I guess, if I'm saying that correctly. I don't really know my cameras that well, so I might be wrong about that, but it was formatted for IMAX, I know that. And at the beginning of the film it says it's formatted that way, 4:3, to keep with Zack Snyder's vision of the film, which I guess worked, because it kind of drew you in a little bit more to the movie, as opposed to having it like full screen or even widescreen. So it was a different experience, but I did enjoy it. It kept me kind of glued to the screen, actually, more, because you were really trying to pay attention to everything that was going on, and the scenes were actually kind of better put together, I guess. I know you're not able to see as much because it's not as wide of a field of view, but it did work for this, and hopefully when theaters open up, he is able to put it in an IMAX theater, because, or even AMX, even in that format, because I would love to see it in an actual theater come to life on a big screen like that. So that would be cool. Definitely a 10 out of 10 for this, because yeah, it's been 4 years we've been waiting. And I know there was stuff in his life that obviously made him wait this long to do it, and maybe, just maybe a little bit, he just wanted to tease it so that it made the release even sweeter, so that obviously more people would go and watch it, which makes sense. It's a good marketing tool to use. Just keep waiting, teasing a little bit more, kind of like what they did with Deadpool, until finally people were like, okay, I've had enough of this. You got to have this put together. Let's release it now, kind of thing. Because eventually people are just going to kind of forget about it and then move on to the next thing, right? So you can only tease something for so long. But I would say that they did a good job with this one, and it was well worth the wait. So thank you, Zack Snyder, for finally doing this for us. And I'm glad there's going to be at least a second movie of it, and it looks like there's going to be a Wonder Woman 3 and so on and so forth. Actually, the Wonder Woman movie should be on here too, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was on HBO Max, so maybe I'll look that up and see if it's on here too and watch it. Because yeah, I'm going to have to go back, and I'm going to be on my superhero kick for this month, I think. Now that I've watched that, it just makes sense to go and watch all the superhero films that I have now. And probably watch Kong, and probably Godzilla King of Monsters too, because yeah, that'll all tie into this month. It'll be like a hero monster movie month kind of thing. That's what I'm feeling for June. So that's what I think I'm going to do. Yes, 10 out of 10 for this film. That's what I give it. And I've been talking for 16 minutes now. I know I rambled a little bit in this video, but I think I've covered everything that I wanted to. Obviously, the extra scenes and little bits that were added, because I don't want to give too much away. But I think I did a pretty good review of this movie anyhow, because there was quite a bit to talk about. And there is a black and white version, so I will be going to watch that just to see if it adds anything. And just like I did with Logan in the past, so if you haven't seen those, I might even go re-review that movie. I don't know if I want to re-review that one, because I think my reviews were good. I'll have to go back and watch, but anyhow. Yeah, so please like, comment, share, subscribe this video, and comment down below, obviously, if you've seen the film, and if not, definitely go watch it, because it is worth the watch. It is a long one, so you might want to take like an intermission. I kind of did like about every hour, I kind of took an intermission sort of thing, and then with like about an hour left of the film, I went and took another intermission, just because I was like, it's a lot to take in, so you kind of want to just pause and go get some snacks every once in a while sort of thing. But yeah, other than that, that's all I have to say, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye for now.